Hi, hello, beautifuls. My name's Chantal. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you guys all had an amazing holiday, an amazing Christmas or New Year's, whenever it is that you're listening to this. And in honor of the gifts that maybe you have received for Christmas, I know I did. I thought that this would be a really good video to do for you guys today. And that is just a little simple thing to do to your crystals upon receiving them. When you buy them, when you have them gifted to you, when you find them, whatever happens for you to get when you get your crystal. This is what I do with all of mine, and it really amplifies its energy. How was all of your guys' Christmas? Tell me about it. Tell me in the comments. I had to be festive today. I had a white Christmas, and I live in southwestern Washington, right on the coast, and it never snows here, or ever. So it was incredibly rare and amazing because it was literally it snowed on Christmas Day, not prior to Christmas Day, and it has not stopped. And we are pretty ill prepared around here because, like I said, it never happened. So you're kind of trapped, when it does happen, because the roads are horrible. And although I have a Jeep, and I probably could get around in them, I wrecked in the snow when I was 15, and so now I am kind of just petrified to drive in the snow regardless of the vehicle. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I just did actually the other day with some of my other crystals, and now I'm going to do this with my newest crystal that I got for Christmas. Look at this gorgeous piece of amethyst. This is an amethyst point. I would go like this, but it wouldn't matter because it's so large. It is just absolutely beautiful. I love raw crystals, but I do like them to be shiny and defined too. But if they're a tower or a point, if they're not a tower or a point, I don't really think that they should be a finished thing. I like to see the rawness of it, the bottom of this, knowing that it came out of a giant piece of amethyst. If you don't already know, guys, amethyst is it is the stone for the third eye. It's a third eye chakra balancer, so it's really good for creativity and really just elevating your consciousness to that of your higher self. Not so much so as the crown chakra, of course, but it is for psychic abilities, spiritual enlightenment, creativity, all of these things. This is really, really good for. So when it comes to creativities and psychic abilities, I am in love with this stone. It is one of the more popular ones, of course, but it is still so incredibly beautiful. So my boyfriend got this for me, a new giant stone, and today I'm going to show you guys what I do when I get a new stone and how I kind of give it a home in my heart and in my space and give it a new energy. So what you're going to need is some sage. I have one that was gifted to me from my cousin, actually, and it's almost gone. It's really good to have ethically sourced sage, possibly foraged. You can forage for you could forage it yourself or purchase it from someplace local that forages it. It's just good to be conscious of where you get your sage. So we're just gonna burn our sage here. If you don't know, sage is an energy cleanser as well. It's like a reboot system. So this is really good to do it on full moons or new moons or any time really within your home to cleanse your space, to get rid of negative energies, to get rid of tense energies, stressful energies, anything like that. If you feel like you've gone through a really stressful holiday, or you've been through a stressful time lately, or there's been an energy about you consistently that you just want to cleanse yourself and your space from. You spend so much time in your home, and it's very important to pay attention to its energy that it has. So cleansing your space, not missing any space whatsoever. Negative energy likes to linger in dark spaces that you might avoid. And people do this for, of course, if they're having ghosts in their house or anything like that too. That's what it's really known for. But you can use it for just your body, and in this case, for crystals. Crystals absorb energies from other things, other people. It absorbs so much. Some absorb more than others, such as selenite and quartz, and also release more energy than others. So, and of course, it is attributed to their properties. They can give out the energy of, enhancing your psychic abilities and meditation and creativity. And it's also absorbing negative energies that are contrasted to that. So if you are feeling like a creative slump, writer's block, or whatever you want to call it, this would absorb energies like that as well. Now, obsidian, a lot of black stones, those absorb energy like crazy. So you want to cleanse those ones and charge those ones a lot. But the point is whether you got this from a store or a person or wherever it is that you got your crystal, it's going to have energy in it that was within the space that it was in somebody else's home, in someone else's crystal shop. That can be a lot of different energy from people that have picked it up, or energies that have been inside of the store, and we just have no clue what that is, and we don't want to bring that into our house because it could be negative. And even if it was positive, it's not attributed to us, and we want our crystals to be very relatable to us. We want to have a relationship with our crystals. So the first thing you want to do before placing your new crystals from Christmas in your home is, I'm getting my bed all dirty, is cleanse them with sage. So if you don't have sage, resin or like incense smoke will work. Copal could work. I particularly like sage for this. And I just dropped mine in my candle. I could just edit this out, but I'm gonna show you guys this. That's the thing about I'm making this about in my videos, is nothing ever goes absolutely perfect, nor should we ever think that it does, and we need to normalize things not going perfect all of the time. This is burning like crazy because there's wax on it. I'm burning the wax off. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use the smoke to cleanse our crystal. Just let it drape across all the edges. And of course, while you're cleansing your crystal, it's always good to be keeping in your thoughts just the intention that you are cleansing any negative energies from this crystal, that you are renewing it, that it is going to be having a clean energy, a new energy about it as it enters your home. Whatever mantras you want to instill into this cleansing. And it looks so beautiful when you do it. Just be very intentional about it. Your intention, as I will say many times, is the most important thing in any ceremony, in any ritual, anything whatsoever. In your manifestations, in your day-to-day life, your intention is the most powerful thing. So we're just getting rid of any lingering energies that might be on this crystal. And it's heavy, so it's making my arm tired. Restoring it with a new energy to bring into your home. Completely cleansed, and it's going to carry on new energies and characteristics. So, once we're done with that, it smells great. And before placing it in wherever you want to place it in your home, let's give it a place in your heart. So what I like to do is to hold the crystal either to my heart or to the associated chakra. Yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. Like, this is huge. I'm not gonna like place it right here, although I could, where my third eye is. I'm gonna place it in my heart because I want to give this crystal a place in my heart, quite literally. So what you're gonna do with your crystal is you're gonna give it an intention. I think that I didn't do this for a long time, and I have a lot of crystals. I didn't give them an intention as I put them in my home, and because of this, they kind of got lost, or they kind of, I didn't appreciate them as much. I didn't see unique beauty in them as I do the ones that I do give intentions to. And of course, I've gone back and gave intentions to my old crystals as well. But this is very important because this is like your mantra that you are instilling within your body into your nervous system. Every time that you see this crystal or you use this crystal or anything, you can see the beauty in it, and you can see the intention that you gave yourself and you gave this crystal to give, like, you gave this crystal an intention to also give back to you, right? Because it's associated with its energetic attributes. So it's giving you that energy that you asked it to, basically. And looking at it and remembering the intention that you gave to it instills it over and over and over again every time that you think about it, every time you use it. So you can do any intention you would like. Usually you associate it with the properties it has. Like for this one, it's creativity and about psychic abilities. And for me, I'm going to give this stone a very special place in my heart because I am giving this stone the intention to supply me with the energy and the power to take my creativity to the next level, to not fear going outside the box, not fear the things that I don't understand, but to look at things with open arms, with open ears, open-minded, and to expand them creatively in my life. And I think that this new perspective, with this intention, this new perspective can allow me to take my creativities to the next level, like writing, like any form of art, with how I give words out to the world. That's what I consider to be my best creative skill. And I think that enhancing my creativity, questioning everything, being curious about everything, I want to instill this crystal with the intention to be curious. Yeah, that one feels right. That's it. So I could put so much more into this. Like I could say enhancing my psychic abilities, enhancing my meditations, all of these things. But when you put too much intentions into one stone, like I have another amethyst right here that I could put a different intention into that can have an entirely new meaning that I could use for things like, my meditations, and this one that we could use when I'm writing or, doing creativity. But don't over infuse it, because then you'll lose the meaning behind it. It'll be all, not precise energy. It'll be all over the place, and that loses its intention and energy within you too, because you forget all the things that you gave it. So yeah, sometimes you have to kind of talk it through, like I kind of did. I wanted to give you an example that coming to a place where it feels right to you. And this is what I'm intending with this stone. So when you give it a place in your home, it's important to put it in a space that can elevate this intention. So for me, if it's creativity, and one of the biggest things in my life is creativity, in my mind, it is art through words and art through expression of words, whether it be poetry, creative writing, writing my new book, all of these certain things, just expressing my emotions through words really well with people. I'm really making an impact with my words. So if I think about where I'm doing this the most, it is probably in my living room on my couch when I turn all the lights off and just write with a bunch of candles on. I have a space on top of my piano for some of my favorite crystals that have special meaning. I actually have another giant amethyst on there, but it's completely different than this. And And that's where it's going to go. Place it somewhere where you can be reminded of this all the time and where it's going to affect you, because if it's like in my bathroom, then I'm not writing and doing creative things in my bathroom, and there's no point for it in there. Your crystals deserve a special place in your home that are going to amplify those energies. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or recommendations for future videos, crystals are definitely one of my expertises, as well as the lunar phases and other things as well. All things in the spiritual realm is what we're going for here, and hopefully some future travel. But I hope you guys all have an amazing holiday. I hope that you give your crystals a beautiful intention for the new year of 2022, and I will see you then.